Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Nerd Manufactory. Today we're going to be continuing our Learning Arduino series and discuss the Arduino IDE and perform an overview of the options available. Now there are two kinds. There's a computer-based IDE and a cloud-based IDE. The computer-based IDE is the one that most people are probably most familiar with. It is easily downloadable from a website, but also can be downloaded from the Microsoft Store. It is available on Windows, Mac, and Linux. You can download it, like I said, through the store or the website. I'll leave a link in the description below for the download from the website, just in case you want it. The nice thing too is it has downloadable libraries. These libraries stay on the computer that they're downloaded to, so they are saved locally, and because of that, you do not need internet to use it. There is a newer IDE available called the Cloud IDE. Myself, I have not used it very much, but it looks very promising. It's web-based, so it does require internet. As far as I can tell, it works with all browsers. Libraries are available on demand, but because it is web-based, keep in mind that they stay there. They do not store locally. But the upside of this means there's no download, so you can use it on a lot of different things. I personally have used it currently with my older Samsung tablet, and it works great since it's web-based. So there are a couple of different things with that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually show you these two different IDE options. So right here we have our computer-based IDE. This one, like I say, is stored directly on my computer. If you go under tools and you take a look at the different things, you can auto format. There's manage libraries. Now when you talk about managing libraries, this is where I can download a library, search for them, download what I need, and when I've downloaded them, they stay local and I can update them as needed. The nice thing too with that is if I go to Sketch, which doesn't seem to be working right now, there we go. I can go to include library, manage libraries again. I can add them via zip. So if I get them from somewhere outside of the managed library system, like a friend developed a library, sent it to you, or you found it on a website that doesn't have it stored through their other systems, you can download it, add it through a zip file, and continue. There are a bunch of pre-made libraries here. So if I click on software serial, it'll input software serial.h, which means now that library is available for me to use. The other nice thing about this is you can go in and add a file, which means like you could add header files, you could do other things like that. But if I go to File and Examples, I can actually pull up different examples of different things that I may want. But it's all compact, built right on here. The one thing I will always say is you need to make sure that your board is selected correctly. So make sure you have an Uno or whatever board you're using selected correctly, and then when it's plugged in, make sure you select the correct COM port, so that when you go to click verify, it verifies that this is all kosher, you've got good code, and then when you click upload, it actually uploads it. Otherwise you'll get an error. Like if I click upload right now, I don't have anything. It's asking me to save, but normally what it would do is it pop up and say no connection made. Actually, it's compiling it. There it goes. Nothing on COM5. The system cannot find the file specified. So there's nothing to open because I don't have anything plugged in. So something to keep in mind for that. Now, with that being said, if I go down here and I click on this one, this is the web-based version. Now there is some pay features for this. I haven't really looked at it. If you click on see plans, you can see the plans yourself. I'm running free. Now they do have an Internet of Things option, so you can get 2 free Internet of Things, but then you've got other options here. I'm not going to go into this. I am not sponsored by Arduino. I'm just telling you about them. But yeah, so I can go in here. I can create a new sketch. If I create new, I can do that. I can import from local. So if I've created some local ones and want to import them to here, I can do that. I can create some management with folders, which is awesome. Devices, if I'm running the Internet of Things options, I can do those right here. Again, more things items, dashboard, Basically, if you're running the Internet of Things system, you can create a dashboard that works with it. I don't have triggers because I don't have plans, but if I had triggers, I could set them up. There are template options in here, which I haven't looked at, but there's tons of different things that they kind of go through. In there, there's resources for you. There's courses about Arduino, which are different. And, you know, in all honesty, if you're looking for more Arduino learning, this is definitely a good spot to start. Obviously, my video series is a nice kind of basic area, but if you want more intermediate to advanced, this is a good place to go too. I will have more intermediate and advanced options in the future, however. Integrations, I haven't even looked at this, but it looks like you can integrate a bunch of different things. So there's a lot more flexibility, but like I built this for a previous project. I'm going to ignore that. And this is using the Adafruit NeoPixels, which I will be doing a video on the NeoPixel for LED stuff, so don't worry about that. This might be one of the sketches I bring up, but it's really interesting here. You have to select the device. You can download, because it says agent isn't found. I have to install some software to run it so that when I want to connect to a device, it does need a local agent on your computer or device that you're running this on in order to connect. But otherwise, you know, it's pretty much all cloud-based. Then I can verify, because I don't have an agent, I can't do it, but I can verify and I can upload just like that. There is a serial monitor when the serial port is available. And then it looks like I can also share the sketch. So it's very similar to a lot of other cloud-based programs. The other thing is there is a library option, same concept as the library manager from the other one. Very, very similar. So, you know, what have you. I'm interested in using the cloud. I have not touched it much right now. I am still using this one right here, which I love, and I will probably continue to use as I move through this series, but I wanted to show both to you. With that being said, you know, we need to look at the different options. Whoops, click the wrong button there. With that being the case, though, my next video, we are going to talk about using inputs and outputs on Arduinos. And there's going to be a shorter segment on that, but I wanted to go into those more in depth so people have an understanding of the different inputs and outputs available on an Arduino Uno. And again, some of that can translate to a Mega. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Of course, thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have any suggestions for the next video or questions on any of the topics discussed so far, or if you want to see more information about either of the two IDEs, because I would love to do a more in-depth view if that is what people want. And of course, if you want to support the channel further, I do have a Patreon available, which I will have a link in the description to that. I will link to the Arduino IDE for download. That is separate of the Microsoft Store. I will have one as well to the cloud options, so you can review those on your own. But until next time, have a great evening, and remember to stay nerdy.